It's always some new talent, it feels like, in the Dreamhack finals. Every single time we get some new people to pay attention to. This is definitely not new. Pat Smoot and Nico. Oh, we were talking to these guys. They said they were going to actually go land at the Orchard, but this time they go for an audible, and it's not working out at all. Pam Stu is going after Nico now, and he has nothing to really do much. He has to try to get away from the hill, but this looks wraps for a team that did so well in the semifinals.
Yeah, I'm seeing no apples on the ground, and if I'm getting word from the backside correctly, Pam Stu and Craw are actually doctors as well, so you're not keeping anyone away. This push will come straight through, and this will be an easy wrap. Nico must be at a match here just shortly. One tack shotgun, 7 bullets, a third party from across the actual map. It's not gonna actually connect. There it is. Quick pickup for Pam Stu and Co.
No field surgeons whatsoever, and there's already some other elims as well going around. Dako against Bank. That will give him a little bit of shield and maybe a shotgun nade out of here. No, and now the wall is not buildable. Slick has no chance, and unfortunately the worst position to put himself in there.
Absolutely zero, but here's one of the talks of the town. If you're looking at...
Not sure if there was any NAE's players contesting them, but in any case, that'll be interesting to keep forward this fight, though. Glaze has to save Trashy, and he does against Jenks. Another EU duo. This time they go down on the other side. They're going to continue that fight. This one still as well going. Boog and Avery not letting them go. Cease finds an angle. Avery also trying to clap back, but most of the damage is done by Cease. Now they've got the walls on both sides. Boog is in the box like a fish again. Cease will get the drop, and also his teammate will get him down to Booga and Avery out in game number 1. It's very close right now to Zum and Stacky, but people are not necessarily choosing to really fire upon them because they can just get away so fast. But hold on, Acorn might try to set up something. He gets really close. They might engage. Oh my goodness, this is very uncharacteristic. And he can't build. He actually takes a big tag because of that. Now he's getting pressure. He's in the box too. Stacky will immediately put down Acorn. Jack has the 1 versus 2, and he's got the box to get away. Picking up his teammate too. This is so difficult. Rokane is actually taking out Stacky. Now it's a 1v1 between this. Rokane was a third party in this. Boyle has eliminated him completely. That might buy the time for Jack to pick this up. Zum is trying to get in. Jack has to back off a little bit, but I think that Jack might have just got enough time. Wow. These guys are the savior right now.
Every single pool, even if it is sand or solid, has lifeguards, and Boyle and Rokane definitely applied for that job, got the contract.
Update on Bizzle and Clicks. This is a big update here. They're well positioned. I think this is going to start to be a pattern as these games continue. When we get to this 3rd zone, when we get to the 4th zone, where is Bizzle and Clicks? Oh yeah, they're on the center zone, on a mountain. Like, this is going to be a pattern. We got to get used to this. Not this though.
Not this.
Science by Michael. We saw his position earlier. Clicks is trying to get him out, but Dukes is already in there. Bizzle down. Clicks 1 versus 2 on the wall. He lets one in. Oh no, what's going on that side? Macwood trying to heal up a little bit, but Clicks still has to deal with Dukes and his teammate too up on the mountain. These guys down below, Jabber and AV nearby.
I am not a superstitious man. I don't really believe in curses, but it's looking like it. Once again, the top 10 curse. You go through, not even top 10, just the top 3. You look really good. Things are looking nice, and then it's not business as usual. The trade agreement kind of changes on how the server is going to treat you, especially with your position. It's interesting too to see so many people land snipes on static targets. We don't usually end up seeing that this much in grand finals. It's usually on rotation, but everyone was already in zone. This was a box-to-box fight, and there's another one. You were asking about Commandment. Very much alive in this game, picking the best shots. Macwood going down. These guys end up pushing as well. Stretch right beside him. Macwood has the shockwaves too. This could be really bad if it's a full elimination. Above Surge, but the mental must be looking low right now. They were in such a good spot before. That's a dip all the way back, actually.
Yeah. I like this decision, though, to grab, the extra mats that he just had to lose. He used all his metal. There's a little bit of extra back there, especially Brick to you. And now other people have built in for him a med kit. Actually, multiple med kits. And he might have his teammate down, but this is kind of the position that Clicks thrives in as a solo. Yes, very good at cash cuts. When it comes to grand finals, he needs Bizzle in his ear to activate his ridiculous mechanics, but still, you're right. Was that the best position that we're going to see him in this game right now? It looks very rough.
Zone right at the edge of his box. You're talking about Bizzle being in his ear. Materials are another thing you need to start to activate as a player in Fortnite. Fix will not end up having enough past that, not having a life, being taken out there in 30th place overall. Dude, we haven't talked about too much. Bucky and Creo.
Oh! Goes for the harpoon. That was a nice play, but it just slightly misses. Illis on the backside of that one. You're right, though. We haven't really talked about them much, but this is a duo that, you know, has been playing together forever, almost a year. With the Frosty Frenzy, it will be a year, because they started in Winter Royale together, and since then have just gone up and up and up. And speaking of going up, look at that from Aspect and Zunies. They've got the zone, and they build even higher from that position that they were. So many of the good players here that we're watching, though, right under them. Jack and Acorn have gotten there. Young Calc and Miro have gotten there. Creo and Bucky are already there.
And it's not even a rotation. This is a hostile takeover in a different box by Creo and Bucky. Looking past that, though, it's kind of like a step master on this mountain. The incline kind of a lot worse. The team's rotating late. Foil taking out Wolfies in the feed.
Start to look at the inventory for those players with Riftfish. This will be the time where we see these be so incredibly useful, depending on how this mountain goes.
And that's kind of tricky for Zuni's up top, right? It's not a defined position. That'll be Raining Men save the hallelujah, at least for Zuni's, because you don't want all these random duels dropping down on the height you worked so hard for. Evasion and Smite, though. I'm not sure about what Smite has in the inventory, but it might be something like a Riftfish. Maybe they have that Shockwave Bouncer classic combination to rotate.
For Slacks and Illist on the back side of this mountain, they have to go up and over, and already getting beamed a little bit from Evasion's position. They did get healthy again because what Illist and Slacks had in their inventory. But look at this, the struggle for them. They had to move up this entire time, getting into the 6 zone entirely. And now as soon as that heal is done, they have to move again. Evasion will start to pressure. It's just gonna be a pepper pot from both of these guys, and they'll dash down the mountain. Find some space.
You can hear it. Riftfish, just 3 of them pop so far. You'll have at least 6 people in the air. Dubs and Mega will choose when to drop down as well. Rokane, though, coming alive, gets 3 total before he makes his descent down into the depths of the zone. Past that, people already flying by. We see Nosh up in the air. Evasion and Smite electing to stay all the way up top. Oh, Big Beams don't want the dubs. Traffic jam for him, trying to just move forward. Very important, though, for Evasion. He gets above Surge right there with that tag and beam. Still, though, 15 seconds till this one closes in. A big shot onto Flick, who ends up going down. Evasion is still trying to box up that elimination, get everything controlled. We have a new height taker, though. Stretch and Commandment have taken control of the zone.
Zuni's and Aspect are still somewhere on that mid-ground layer. Second height for them. They might be able to go right back up to it. Schrodels will pick down 1. Yes, it connects. Gets actually 2 on that one. Dubs and Mega do recover a little bit. Evasion in this. Another pepper pop for them. The tunnels are going at speed. Thomas HD still alive. He drops all the way down the low, but still on height. Stretch and Commandment. They're definitely working this, but it goes way down on the low, and that elevation change immediately. Yes, they have to address it. A bounce pad off of it.
The zone used to be a skyscraper, but now the floors are falling, and it's all about low ground and who controls it. Nosh is there, Bucky and Creo on full HP. Stretch and Commandment are still kind of locking in that height. There are Agers and Degen, though. Big shots on the Stretch as he tries to hold on to height. Degen is there at the top, though. I have to assume they grab it all the way at the top. Schrodels, though, all these mid-low ground teams, they're actually looking very, very carefree. Not much pressure there at all. Agers ends up dropping down, half HP. Caught Gen as well. Some shambles over there. Cammy, very low too on the left side. But the story is, where will the zone bound next? It goes up. I think actually almost bouncing back. We might see another big hill stopping many duels from playing the game.
And while Degen has gone down, Agers has taken out both Stretch and Commandment, so they're out in this game as we start to approach real placement thresholds, as the density of these points start to rise up. Dubs and Mega have gone for it. They saw Stretch and Commandment fall. Agers left by himself. They have it. And now it's a split layer for them too. They're controlling, but meanwhile, they might not be getting the elims that Strodels and Dukes have. 7 already, and they're going for more. Agers as a solo in the box beside them. Can he get him? No, he goes to a different layer. They still can't find much, and they're starting to run out of gas. Their mats are getting close to 0.
Now it's just a story of placement versus eliminations, a mid-ground team that's carving away the entire scene in game number 1. We'll see what happens up next. Dub's actually getting challenged, and Dukes and Strodels mid-air. Take him out from height with attack barrage. Now they're in control.
But it's this trade. Mega gets Dukes. Now Mega fighting against Creo, TJ. They're all on that same layer. Agers is now fighting against TJ. That's going to go full on to a 50-50. Yes, Agers wins it. Strodel's now pressuring Mega. He's the one who actually takes height, and with so many elims too. This is going to be a massive one. Agers down. He continues.
All these duos split apart on height. The only structured ones are left on the low ground. Miro, though, separated from Calc, and after that, we'll see him as a solo left as well. It's only Evasion and Smite that are there. A big shockwave up for height. Creo takes it over Strodels. Mega, though, low for the zone. He gets taken out. Strodels shoved all the way in to that storm. Evasion and Smite. They made their play. They take over height, and they can win this game.
They could. They could indeed. Evasion now left 1 versus 1. Calc down on low ground 2. Yes. 3-way fight. Evasion gonna take it. Slow Calc in the same box as Creo teammates. Calc gets him. Now the 1 versus 1. He goes up to height. One more shockwave though in the inventory for Evasion. Calc does not have what it takes to outlast Evasion. 7 eliminations and his teammates 3. 10 for the victory royale.
But where do the other teams go? Who is going to be up there joining those two guys? Of course, we already said it. Smite and Evasion representing the team AK with 105 points. Actually, a pretty decent lead right now. This is a pretty big lead just for game 1. Dukes and Strodels will be in second place with 93 points. Young, Calc, and Miro is going to be in third